Hello everyone and welcome to another video of the channel DoopTube, and today I'll be doing my full review on The Walking Dead Season 10 Episode 5, What It Always Is. But before we get started, I just want to give away a big spoiler alert. If you're not up to date with The Walking Dead show or comics, stop watching right now as I don't want to ruin anything for you. Both all clear, then let's get started. Now, the first thing we're gonna talk about is Carrie. What happens to Carrie in this episode? She gets lost into the woods, and she is eventually found alive by Daryl, Connie, Doc, and Magna. And lucky for Carrie, she turned out to be okay. Or did she? And you're probably wondering, why am I saying, or did she? Well, did you see some blood right near Kelly's stomach? And also, did you see that the walker who was about to attack her disappeared, and that Kelly was on a totally different place than she was before? Well, it's obvious to me. She got attacked off screen by the walker, got bit, killed the walker, ran away, and hit by a tree. And that's when she got found. Now let's get back on Magna. Magna wasn't really the greatest character in this episode. And I hope that she gets some redemption in the future, because for now, I don't really like her anymore. And you probably know what I'm talking about. What has Magna done? Well, she turned out to be the one who stole everything from Hilltop. And it apparently wasn't just her, it was her and Kelly. Only Kelly didn't really help them much, but knew about it. And Magna was kind of like the real thief, and that's not good and all. And I don't really get why she did it. She didn't really have a good reason for it. So I hope that Magna is getting some redemption arc in the future, because for now I really don't like her character. Now, let's talk about Ezekiel. It turned out that Ezekiel had cancer, and that's bad. That's really bad. And we don't want him to die. We don't want him to die because of cancer. I mean, we all know that he's gonna die eventually, but we want him to die in battle, not because of cancer. That would be kind of like a disappointing end to the character. And so I hope they will kill him off in a different way. But for now, there's a big chance that he's gonna die because of his cancer. But I hope it's not gonna happen. And still, it's pretty sad. And it was a pretty good twist that he has cancer. And I hope that they at least get to say something to Carol before he dies. Now, let's talk about the final topic of this episode. And that is, of course, the relationship between Negan and Brennan. And also later between Negan and the Whisperers. But let's start with Negan and Brennan. Negan and Brennan had some big struggles with each other during this episode. And I have to say, Brennan has to be one of the most annoying characters on The Walking Dead. He is kind of like the big fan of Negan. Negan's biggest fan. And that's okay, Negan can have a fan, I accept that. However, you don't have to be that annoying and kind of that creepy and psychopathic. And I'm okay with how different Brennan is from the comics to the show. However, I do believe that they went a little bit too far. But that's okay. If The Walking Dead wants to do that, then I'm fine with that. What they did with Brennan was pretty shocking, and there were some things that I didn't expect for Brennan to do. Like, for example, this. What happens here? Well, I will tell you. So, when Negan and Brennan fight a woman and a kid, and Brennan doesn't think they're useful, he eventually kills them, and then Negan kills Brennan because Brennan is obviously too crazy to stay alive. And so this scene was one of the most shocking scenes on The Walking Dead. After this, the episode ends in an amazing way. We see Negan back with his jacket and Lucille go into the Whisper Camp and meeting up with Beta. And what he says is just so awesome. Alright, you freak, let's do this. It was a great scene. And in the future of The Walking Dead, we're gonna see a lot of more facing off between Negan and Beta, and hopefully they will get their big fight just like in the comics. But for now, The Walking Dead Season 10 Episode 5, What It Always Is. A great episode. It was the best episode of the season so far, and that's why I'm giving it an 8.5. I hope you enjoyed this video. Tell me comments below what you think about The Walking Dead Season 10 Episode 5, What It Always Is. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys next time.